Lesson, we will be going over the machine head experiment and how to implement it in RStudio. So let's get started. Of course, you're gonna have to set your directory. Let me just clean this up. Set our directory. We're gonna read in our data and convert the machine and the head variables into factors. Okay. Again, this is gonna be similar to what we saw with subsampling. We're gonna run our ANOVA and we're gonna get the summary of our ANOVA. And in this case, it's going to give us into little parts. Notice that it's not giving us any F or P values. For R, we're going to have to compute those. And so I wrote this up a little bit. What I did originally, for simplicity, was I took the MS of the machine and the degrees of freedom. So all I did was just grabbed these values so it was easy. So I'm going to run those. Again, those values are just coming from right here. Then we know from our notes that the F test for our effective A is going to be the MS of the machine divided by the MS of the head within the machine, or the nested variable. So we're going to run that. We can see that we got an F value of 0.59. If we come back to our notes, we can see that that matches. And then we run our P value and we get 0.669. Which again is the same p-value we saw in our notes. We can do the same thing with the main effect of AB, or the nested, where it is going to be the MS of head within machine divided by our MSE. Run those, and we can see that our F ratio and our p-value are what we saw in our notes. We also want to be able to estimate the variance. For the sigma epsilon, it's just MSE. So this is a little bit redundant, but just so we are being thorough in our script, we get 10.7. Then we also want to estimate the sigma of head within machine. In our notes, I called it sigma beta, which will be MSB of A minus MSE divided by N. So N is coming from the number of replicates for each level of B within A. So that's coming from the fact that we saw 4 responses for machine 1, head 1. And we just estimate it. And we get 2.04, which is what we saw in our notes. With that, you should be ready to go to analyze any nested designs.